Good evening, one and all.
Good evening.
Good evening, one and all. We welcome you to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2022, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 75 years of independence, and UN Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute and Center for Art, Sciences and Well-being. Before we start our session, let's take blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue to today's session. Today is also Holistic Therapy Day, where mind, body, soul has taken as a holistic approach. And the greatest medicine of all is to teach people how not to need it. With the theme, we will look at after today's session. Today we have with us Mrs. Sangeeta Vasudevan, personality development trainer and counselor. She has over 6 years of treating depression and other mental health problems with innovative mind techniques, plus with other counseling techniques, also with the implementation of hypnotic and LLP, which is different from usual hypnosis. We welcome you, ma'am, to this session, and over to you for your session on how do you overcome a challenging situation. Over to you. You are muted, ma'am.
Patience listeners, I told prior only. So today I'm going to talk about, it's not a theory, it's actually a practical implementation of the theory. So the first few sessions will be like a sum of the points where you can just catch up, and the rest will be completely a theoretical session, a practical sessions. So how do you overcome a challenge? So this title definitely means a challenge is there and that arises because of some situation. The situation couldn't be stopped. This should be, before that, I just would like to tell you something. This can be act as an interactive session too. So whenever I ask some questions, kindly raise hand or answer it. Thank you. So this challenges comes in the form of potential. For example, you're sitting in a classroom. We can say primary school or a higher secondary school grade students are sitting in a classroom, and suddenly the teacher enters, and she asks you a question, and no one is able to answer for it. The one who is a regular answer, the one who answers regularly, like every time he or she, the student who answers regularly also, she couldn't answer it on that day. So suddenly, when a challenge comes, and when you are able to answer it, you are able to accept the situation, you are able to accept the challenge and answer it, there comes your potential. So how do you overcome a challenging situation in your life? It can be a day-to-day life, or it can be like a passing cloud, but no one would say a challenge is very easy, because a challenge means it's a challenge. It's very tough. Either you pose a challenge or you face a challenge from other person. So when you're not able to face the challenges, that means there is some weakness in you. But it doesn't mean when somebody is having a strength like overconfidence or confidence or what to say, self-esteem, doesn't mean that he can face the challenges in a very apt way. It's very wrong. A challenge comes to all. Even a weaker person in the sense who is having weakness, who is not able to face it boldly also, that time he will have a courage, or he will find it fit, or he will gain strength to face the challenge. This is called, how do you overcome a challenge? How do you overcome a challenge? So I'm going to train you. So yes, the first slide is, yes, get ready to face the challenge. So the second one, so we are all, so I'll be training you to get ready to face the challenges. I'll be giving you scenarios where you have to tell, interact, unmute, and tell what all the reactions that you are going to face it. Because the challenge pops up with a time, as you know. For example, you have lost a beloved once, or someone has lost a beloved once. So what happens at time? When the time fades away, the situation fades, I can accept it. But no one can overcome from that situation who knows very well a relationship, the worthy of the relationship. Because why am I telling us? When even when the time fades away also, we need to overcome from that situation. Oh, I lost my beloved one. That is very tough. So challenge, this is not a challenge, but this is something like to overcome from that situation. That is also, you need to face it, right? One has to face it, right? That is very tough, right? To overcome from that situation, the bereavement period, the 1 year period, or the bereavement period, where you need to overcome from the toughest situation. It's very tough. Otherwise, we will get into depression and many more. So the next is, the challenge could be measured in the form of time, or the distance, or some resources, in the form of some resources. Yes, sir, this slide can be there. Or in the form of some resources, or in the form of, what to say, a place, or in the form of surroundings, triggers, external triggers or internal triggers. External triggers, someone is challenging you, a bet. Internal triggers from your own side. Okay, I can do it. I bet I can do this. I bet I can crack this exam. So these are all the internal. That, but you're just, it's popping up in your mind, whether can I do it, can I do it? These are all the internal triggers. So you need to overcome with your strengths, your potential, more than strengths. Yeah, your potential surpasses everything. Yes. So this slide you can find out, as and when time fades away, situation may fade, as I've already told you, but overcoming from a challenge remains a challenge, where there is no escapism. You can't escape from it. You have to face the challenges. No way to go. You need to face the challenges. So be ready both mentally and physically. That is the mental preparation. Oh, I have to crack this exam, or I need to answer this question, or I need to jump, or I need to gallop very fast, or I have setbacks. I need to compensate with that. So everything is a challenge. You need to prepare mentally as well as physically. Okay, and taking into consideration few or the combination of these in different situations. What are the few combinations? I have mentioned alertness. For example, you're walking in a forest and suddenly you are facing a deer. No problem, a deer only, right? It's not a carnivorous. So you can just what to say, go close by and you can just have a look at it, and you can do whatever you want. You can just even feel to touch or something like that. You can just do it. That's not a problem. But when you're walking into forest and suddenly you're facing a bear, deer is different and bear is different. So how do you're not going to attack it, but you're going to defend from it. So these are the alertness. What you want to do it in you that moment. What are you going to do? No one can challenge a bear. I know it is very tough. Even a tiger can't challenge it, but then it's a very cruel animal. But then all because of alertness, shrewdness, fearless, confidence, courage, patience, and many more qualities are there. Hope, perseverance, fighting spirit till the end. You are the bear. Let me check it. So the fighting spirit till the end should be there. So I have mentioned few of the points. Is there anyone who could tell me more? Any such points? Can unmute and tell it, please. I would appreciate, please. Not taking into bear scenarios, any scenarios. Few of the points where you have to challenge. You need alertness, shrewdness, patience, fearless, confidence, courage. Then anything else? Anyone would like to answer, please?
Participants, feel free to unmute yourself. If you are unable to unmute, you can raise your hand. We can unmute from our side.
Yes, there is an option. Raise your hand, please. I'm not able to hear. If not, I can go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, bit I can hear, sir.
Okay. Challenging situation I'm facing now.
Okay.
Is to take webinar session.
Oh, okay.
But I do not know how to make this PowerPoint presentation from my computer.
Okay.
And also I want to insert a YouTube link. Therefore, all the morning I was struggling with that.
Okay.
But I could succeed.
Okay.
Therefore, my intelligence, my understanding, everything failed at this point of time.
Okay.
Therefore, I asked one of my neighboring kid who is hardly 15 years
Okay.
to come and help me.
Okay.
He said he will try to come and help me tomorrow morning or today, maybe at about 9 o'clock because he's having some classes.
Okay.
This is a challenge. I am using my intelligence, my experience, but I want to make a presentation of webinar session, both from computer is my PPT and from my mobile is my talking because my computer is not very powerful. My voice, I don't know whether you are catching my voice clearly or not.
Yeah, it's clear. Clear, sir. Yeah, it's clear, sir.
Sure. Therefore, that is the challenge I'm facing, but I'm sure I'm going to overcome it by tomorrow.
Superb, sir.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your active participation. And before I could proceed to practicals, any other answer, or I can just proceed to practicals? Okay. Okay, sir. Sir, could you please play the next slide, sir? Do's and don'ts. Yes. So I have certain scenarios where you need to follow do's and don'ts because there are so many scenarios, so many tougher situations, as sir told PowerPoint presentation, and different person will have different scenarios and different situations accordingly. So one person who finds it tough and sir can handle the other person's challenges very well. So it depends, varies. So when you follow do's, most of the time it leads to favorable results. For example, maintaining silence in the class. You should not shout. So when you follow don'ts, don't shout. Teacher would tell, no, don't shout. So when you follow this, you can better be a keen listener and understand the subjects very well. So when you don't follow or adopt don'ts, it enhances for your favorable results. So it applies to different situations. For example, you should not touch the fire. The mother would tell the child, her kid, don't touch the fire, it would harm you. So the heat would harm you. So the child, if it follows the don'ts, it would enhance the result. For example, I'm telling. So there are many situations and scenarios. So even for the growing phase of the child also, that is a challenge, no? Oh, should not touch. It should understand which it should touch and which it should not touch. Okay, got it? Okay. So next slide, sir. Okay, this is the scenario. I think, I hope everyone is seeing this, viewing this. You got one of your beloved ones lost in a crowd. Can you see the crowd? Can everyone see the crowd, please?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Super. Okay, okay. So you got your beloved ones lost in your crowd. Oh, what is this? I've come to a place, a beach or a mall or a public place where the meeting is there, or the film star or anybody, celebrities who have come. I've come to the place to watch it. What is this? You have got one of your beloved ones lost in a crowd. So what is your reaction then?
Panic.
Can one of you tell this, please?
Panic.
Panic. Wonderful. And
Shocked. Shocked,
Shocked.
madam.
Yes. Very good. Shocked. Yes, shocked, panic. Next. I want a minimum 5, at least 5. 3 to 4 answer. At least, okay.
And one more thing, you will get off fear whether where you will go and search in such a big crowd.
Exactly.
And some of our own, the thing card member is lost means blue color means so many blues. Where is our person?
Exactly. Exactly. Good. So shocked, panic, fear, and any other answer?
Tension.
Tension. Yes. Wonderful. Tension. Super. Okay. Okay. So some scenarios. Okay, I'll tell that later. Okay, so don't tell, it depends upon the scenarios also, but okay, let's assume it varies from scenario to scenario, a combination intensity of this, okay? Intensity of this varies, okay? So you got one of your beloved ones lost in a crowd. So what is your immediate reaction is over. So next slide, sir. Okay, so maximum you can do, such places will have, you need to look into suppose you have the entrance and exit, the big it's a very huge place, so definitely you will have one side entrance and exit, or just look in around, take a moment and look in, where is the entrance, exit, which way he could have gone, or is there any possibility for him that I have left over him at the back, something like that. Take a moment, okay, and stay at the place and get an idea of the way in and around the place, just in and around the place, okay. This will happen in a fraction of a second. You can't recollect all these points that moment, but as you have underwent the training here, this will happen automatically, because it gets the learnings and everything what you are learning from each and every webinar from different experts will get implemented and recorded in your memory cells, provided if you implement, okay. Next, if mobile is there, call up his or her number. But since it's a huge crowd, you need to get into the network area. Then you need to get into the where the crowd is not there. You have to lots of homework you need to do. Then, if not, put your words to the nearby announcement area, as you would have seen in many movies also. No, like if someone lost in the crowd, or different even actual scenarios, real scenarios, you would have seen someone lost in the crowd. Such places will have a announcement area, even beach they have, mall they have, so many centers they have. So get into the announcement area. These are all the do's and don'ts. Don't yell or scream or shout, because what happens if someone is really lost and struggling, and if other person, if he has a good intention to save that person, to take that person to your place, it's fine. Otherwise, it's it will become waste if you scream or shout. Nobody is going to listen to it. And don't get into tensed or the fear-struck face, as one of the participants has told. Yes, no tension, very good. Fear, tension, all I've told, very good. And don't lose hope, and don't assume anything negative. It's very tough to find the person. I will not be able to find the person. Don't assume anything negative. So these are all the do's and don'ts. Now I'm going to take you to practical. There are different scenarios are there. One scenario, one practical session. Shall we start with the practicals? Kindly unmute, provided if it is I don't think so you need audio for this. Kindly unmute. Participants, kindly unmute and be ready. Be relaxed in your place. Kindly listen and close your eyes. If it is possible, if you are sitting at home, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Take a deep breath in and a very long breath out at your own pace. Slow breathe in and very long breathe out at your own pace. Follow my instructions. Breathe in from the lower part of your body. The fresh air inhaling and entering your toes and the feet, and same time exhaling. Keep breathe in and breathe out. During the next breath in, take a moment and breathe in through the calf muscles. Keep breathe in and breathe out. Imagine you're breathing through the calf muscles, the ankle, the knees, and breathe out. Do it 2 to 3 cycles or till you start breathing in through the thigh muscles, both the thigh muscles, and breathe out. Keep breathe in and breathe out through the back muscles, group of muscles, tummy muscles. Breathe in and breathe out. Continue to breathe in, breathe out. The chest, the heart muscles. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in with a kind of a determination and breathe out with a kind of a relaxation. Breathe in through your neck and the shoulders and breathe out. Slow breathe in and long continuous breathe out through the neck muscles. Again, spine, entire length of the spine till the neck, till the back muscles. Entire spine length. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, the entire upper body starting from stomach, chest, heart muscles. Breathe in, breathe out. And the right arms, right forearms, breathe in, breathe out. Wrist muscles, palm and right fingers, breathe in, breathe out. And the entire hand, breathe in, breathe out, right. Again, slowly take the determination and relaxation to the neck, shoulders, left arms, breathe in, breathe out. Left forearms, breathe in, breathe out. Left palm, wrist, fingers, and the entire left hand, breathe in, breathe out. And slowly take you to the chin muscles, the jaw. Breathe in, breathe out. The entire mouth part, breathe in, breathe out. Feel that air is entering and coming out. Slowly take you to the cheek, both sides of the cheek muscles. Breathe in, breathe out. the nose, the eye muscles, the eyelashes, the eyebrows, forehead, and head. Breathe in, breathe out. Now touch your head with your right hand and slowly massage your neck muscles. And close your eyes and sit for 15 seconds silently, closing your eyes and slow breathe in and breathe out. Now, with your eyes closed, just imagine that the entire crowd, the size of the crowd will be very huge, I know. Just follow my instructions and your duty is only to breathe in, breathe out. And imagine the pictures. They shrink the crowd size. Shrink means you have to diminish the crowd size. In terms of number, in terms of size of the place, in terms of distance. Shrink, keep shrinking, 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 shrink, shrink, small, make it small, make it small. For example, if it is a country size, make it to state, district, city, like that. Shrink it, shrink it, shrink it. Till you make it a small dot. In the dot, imagine you are having only a dot now. Breathe in, breathe out. And you are having only a dot now. Continue to breathe in, slow breathe in and long breathe out. Don't lose that. And you are having a kind of a impatience, no? That impatience that your beloved one is lost. It is in the bold letter, that is in the HP pencil, no, drawing pencil, very bold letter. Make it fade away. Make it like a fading, light. Make it lighter. Impatience, the word impatience, make it lighter. Still lighter, IMPATIENC. Still lighter. Breathe in, breathe out, and lighter. Breathe in, breathe out, again lighter. Make it even more lighter. Keep lighter, most lighter. Then slowly make it fade away. Again, you are seeing only a blank space in you where impatience is turning to patience. Okay. So slowly make the patience lighter, little bit more dark, from lighter to dark. Then again dark, make the word dark. Breathe in, breathe out. Follow my instructions. Patience, make it dark. More dark. More darker. Keep on darker. You cannot rub it only like that. Very dark. Most dark. Okay. So now imagine next with the pictures where you are having impatience. Your hands are shivering. Your face sweating. Heart is getting some kind of palpitations. Imagine only the situations, not like acting, like actors. Where that is getting fade away like the pencil. Slowly the hand movement is you are able to control it. You are not losing any sweat or even a drop of sweat is not falling. Like that, slowly control. Imagine with a picture. Shaking is stopped. Shivering is stopped. Trembling is stopped. Again, when it comes, when you feel like, again, make it stop. You can do the hand exercise like this. Hold it tightly, the wrist, hold it tightly wrist and release it. Breathe in, breathe out, hold the wrist, palm, fingers tightly, like mushti, and then release it. 1, 2, 3 and release. Breathe in, hold it tightly and release it. Breathe out. Now slowly, impatience turning to patience. And like that, we can do it for fear also. Make the letter fear very dark. Slowly make it lighter. F-E-A-R, fear. Make it lighter. Breathe in, breathe out. Make it still lighter. Make it even more lighter. Just imagination. Make it even more lighter, lighter, lighter. Breathe in, breathe out, and slowly it fades away. Only a blank space. And suddenly, fear, no, opposite, fearless. It's not bold. It's fearless will come. Make it light. From the light, we'll start to dark. Breathe in, breathe out. Go ahead. Make it little bit dark. Even little bit dark. Fearless, make it more dark. Breathe in, breathe out. Even more dark. Darker. Darkest. Yes, you're fearless now. Then one more. We can do it for unstable. Okay. And before that, fear, imagine the picture that fear has struck in your face. You're just again, you're shivering, trembling. You're looking here and there. You're having impatience. You're looking, combined with impatience. You're looking here and there. Oh, where is he gone? Where is he gone? Or where is she gone? Where is she gone? You're looking here and there. That fear, with fear, that face grabbed, the fear grabbed face. Make it cool. Again, you are having fear. Again, make it cool. Imagine your smiley face. Make it cool, little bit cool. You're not shivering. You're not trembling. You're not having any fear. Make it cool. Again, if you're not happy, again, if you're having fear, make it again cool. Then suddenly imagine that you're being surrounded by a crowd of known crowds. You're not feeling, you're not having any kind of a fear. Suddenly you're grabbed by, or you're caught by a known crowds, and suddenly you're having a hope and confidence. Please be silent for another 30 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out slowly. Slow breathe in and a very long breathe out. Short, slow breathe in and a long, continuous breathe out without shaking your shoulder. Take a moment, analyze the situation. The situation is not in your hand. It comes with time, it pops with time. So you need to find out a wise. Be silent. I'm instructing you. So you need to find out a wise solution for it with the help of alertness, shrewdness, patience, and many more.
You are not audible, madam.
Now, sir. Now,
Okay. Now, okay.
From the beginning, or just now?
No, just half a minute.
Okay. Just 15 seconds. Kindly be silent, everybody. Breathe in, breathe out. Slow breathe in, short, slow breathe in, and a very long breathe out. Silence. 15 seconds. Yes. Now, wipe your hand, rub your hand, and place it on your eyes and slowly open with a kind of a confidence and smile. How did you find this practical session? There are another 3 to 4 scenarios in that. Before that, I just want to know, like, is there anything like any strange sensation or any pleasant sensation, anything like that? Can I know, please? Can someone unmute and tell, please? Sir, Ravindran sir? Could you please ask the participants, if I'm not audible, could you please ask the participants to unmute and tell?
Yeah, you are audible, ma'am. Participants, feel free to express or share your comments.
Yes.
You can unmute yourself. If you have any issue in unmuting, you can raise your hand so that we can do it from our side. Feel free to share. This is the session, the time we get to learn and interact with each other. You have
If any pleasant or any strange feeling while doing the practicals, pleasant feeling is there, or did you get any kind of a pleasant feeling, or what to say, a kind of a controlled feeling, or not pleasant actually, a controlled feeling?
I felt very relaxed, ma'am.
Oh, relaxed. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I feel relaxed. Oh, good. Bansal, sir. Okay, good. Okay. So any other is there? We'll get to know. Otherwise, we can proceed. You can also type. That's not a problem. Just 1 minute. You can type it. What's the kind of a sensation you had? Okay. Otherwise, I can proceed, sir. Hello.
Please, please.
Okay. So another situation, sir. Next slide to be played is yes. You're walking in a different street, and suddenly you come across face to face with a stray dog. Oh my God. So what is your reaction then? Please feel free to unmute and then share it.
Undoubtedly fear. But
Fear.
it looks ferocious.
Yes, yes.
With the tongue
Ferocious.
out and the teeth.
Yes, yes. Yes. So fear, naturally, this, as I've told you, I'll tell it later. The same thing will happen, no? Fear.
Correct.
And it varies, depends upon the intensity, fear, same thing, shock or panic. It depends upon person to person. Some child will have the phobia, extreme fear. For them, hearing the dog sound from the distance only, they will run away. So I'll give you a hint what to do that. Same, sir, do we have time for the presentation to continue, sir, at least for
Yeah,
few minutes?
we can continue till 8 o'clock.
Till 8 o'clock. Okay, not a problem. So, see, you're walking on a different street and suddenly you come across face to face with a stray dog. So there we did that diminishing of the space, correct? The crowd numbers, diminishing of the space, the constraints we have diminished. So here you're telling fear, same fear. Oh my God, dog is a sudden, the trembling and everything, same only. But what to diminish, what to increase and diminish? Can someone tell it? I'll guide you. That's not a problem. But then, can someone unmute and tell? What will be your way of thinking? I can just find out whether it matches. Otherwise, we can just include that also. So I can just find out that also.
Can you repeat the question?
No. I'm telling a previous example. I have told to diminish the size of the crowd, space and crowd.
Correct.
Here in this, what to do? What to increase, decrease? Stray dog.
Decrease the size of the dog to puppy so that the fear and anxiety will go off.
Decrease. Okay. Decrease the size of the, increase the size of the, decrease the size of the dog to puppy. Okay, fine. Okay, here decrease the size of the, very good. Very nice answer. Okay.
Get
then-
into your mind Kalabhairava's image. Kalabhairava is the god.
Okay.
Say to him that he will protect you from his small assistant.
Oh, super. Okay, nice. Well, yes, for everybody, like God is the foremost. Good, very nice. And here, if not, I'll continue. It's not a problem, right? Okay. So here, anyways, you have met a stray dog. Okay, it's very ferocious. It's running. Okay. So I just want you to make the running as a slow motion, so the next time you need not do that. It will be recorded in the mind and everything will work out automatically. Make the running as a slow motion. Make the barking, volume, modulation, pitch to your favorable one, as if it's barking like bow wow. That's it. Not very ferociously. So shall we do that? It's a very interesting practical. Shall we do it? Start up. Okay, kindly close your eyes. Same. Breathe in, breathe out, close your eyes. Keep breathe in and breathe out. Keep doing that. Breathe in, breathe out. And imagine suddenly you're walking on a street, different street, where you're lost the address or anything that depends upon the situation, but you're walking on a different street and suddenly you're facing a stray dog. So it's running and suddenly now the instruction starts. Breathe in, breathe out. The dog is coming in a very slow motion, and as if you're having a rewind button, it is going back. The slow motion is taking you to back, as in past memories, like from this 2022 to the day where you are born. So it's taking you to very slow motion, back. You're just wondering how come it is possible. Then suddenly the noise also is diminishing. You're just raising your right hand. I wanted you to raise your right hand and tune the noise to your favorable frequency, favorable modulation, favorable pitch or tone. And yes, keep doing it, adjust it, and I want you to adjust it and make it stop. Pass button. You're pressing a pass button and you're stopping it. As if you're passing the dog manually and then you're walking it, passing by the dog. Nothing had happened because nothing would happen if you face it boldly. So breathe in, breathe out. Again, we are doing it. Second time. Slow motion. Breathe in, breathe out. Backward, dog is moving backward. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't forget it. Imagine the picture of the dog. It is moving backside. Not in the front. Again, it is opening the mouth, but then it is not able to shout it. You are not able to hear it because it is fading away. You have just adjusted the volume and the modulation, the pitch or the tone, whatever it is, the frequency. The irritating sound has stopped suddenly. Now you are just pressing a pass button like for the dog. You're waving, you're raising the hand, and then you're walking it and pass by. Now you can just open your eyes and smile at it, that you didn't have that kind of a weakness of seeing the dog and getting frightened it away. You can do this exercise once in 15 days. If you are really or frightened or afraid of dog, this exercise, you can do it once in 15 days. Sir, can you play the next slide, sir? Do's and don'ts for when you see a dog. Yes. Do's. I've written few do's, okay? So gain courage. Okay, you need to gain some courage and gain courage to stop. What to stop? You need to stop it because you need to face it boldly. Third point. And gain courage, but it comes at a very rare situation where, provided if it is necessary, you can shout. Hey, you can shout it with not with a trembling voice. You need to act it because it will find out from the like the adrenaline, the fright and the flight hormone. It will find out. So you need to act boldly and then you need to shout it and act as if you're strong and bold. So these are all the do's and these are all the don'ts. What are the don'ts? Avoid facing eye-to-eye contact because you can't face it. It's a stray dog. You will not definitely have a confidence to face a stray dog. Okay, so don't ever face the eye to eye of the dog. Your eye and dog's eye you should not face it. Any dog in the street also you can do like that. And don't run. That everyone knows. Don't tease and don't be tensed. So you can do this exercise along with that. Fading away. I have told the previous example that fading away of the letters. Just make it tense to light the letter in a very dark and make it light till you feel tension less. So you can do like that. So both these you can do, or whatever you have, fear you have, you can combine with fear and tension or panic or anything which you have, just do it with a combination of all these. Got it? Okay. So next slide. Yeah, I forgot to ask it. How did you find it? It will really work out because once in 15 days, if you do like that, for few months you'll find it very like what to say. First few days you will find little bit hesitation. Then you will try it only. Oh, I'll only go alone and then I will face the challenge. So you won't feel like, because some streets they will have a kind of a dog, they will let it loose and they will bark at it. Even at a courier person or courier wala, someone, they will bark at it, and you won't be feeling like a kind of a hesitation. You will only initiate and then you will walk it. So how did you find this exercise? Can someone unmute and tell?
This exercise looks very good in the sense,
okay,
we seem to have read somewhere, even when you face wild animals,
okay,
what are the suggestions you have made? But
okay,
there, only one thing, they said, look into the eyes of the animal.
okay,
Only there you have said, avoid facing eye-to-eye contact.
yes,
Particular note I have seen, the
okay,
elephant is charging, this man
okay,
sits very calmly, looks
okay,
at it.
okay,
And it comes almost near to man, goes back.
okay,
There is only slight difference of what he said and what you said. Otherwise, most of the things is what you said is what the gentleman said.
okay, okay, thank you. Yeah, elephant comes, we should not move, we should stay like that only, still, very still. And when a tiger comes, it's no chance, no way to go. But then when a tiger hits, it will be like hitting if a tiger hits a person on a face or slaps a person like this, it will be like we are facing the weight of 250 kgs. So it varies. And it depends. And bear is cruel, like very cruel, that we know. It will.
But your do's may save us, may.
There
is no alternative. There is no alternative.
Yes.
We can't run faster than that.
Yes,
if you follow these things, possibility is there, we will be saved.
Yes, we'll be saved.
I'm very happy. Your slide is very good.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shall we move on to the next scenario? Sir, Ravindran, sir, can you please play the next scenario? Yes, it's again a very interesting scenario where like if you're an expert in bike riding, because adolescent, everyone, like very eager to get a new bike, no? The model and the make and model only attracts the adolescent and the youth. So, and then you're an expert also, and then you're accepting a challenge to for bike ride and slide up the steep highway. What will you do? This is just a scenario where the scenario may vary from person to person, but then the experience, no, thrilling. To challenge, it's not an easy joke. To slide up a highway, thrilling will be there. Then alertness, shrewdness, because you should not put sudden brake, correct? You should not put sudden brake, and you should check for the condition of the bike. So these scenarios may vary, but the emotions, feelings, the sensations, you can work out for the other situations and the scenarios. So I'm talking only about scenarios where the sensations are different. So what are your reactions? You're an expert in bike riding. You're an expert in bike riding. So what will be your reaction? Any sensation, different sensation? I've told thrilling. Okay. If not, I can proceed. Okay. You're an expert, but then also you will feel a kind of a thrilling, but again, a kind of a fear will be there. What if I have lost? The same. And what to say, if you're not, you should be mentally fit. You should be mentally and physically fit to accept the challenge. If you are not able to accept the challenge, not only this challenge, any challenge, kindly don't accept it. If it comes with the situation, you can accept. You have to accept. But like this, a friend has posed you a challenge like that. If you're not fit, kindly don't accept it. So let's view the do's and don'ts for this slide. Next slide, sir. Do's and don'ts, so that we'll get an idea about it. Yes. Be ready both mentally and physically as you're facing a very crucial situation. You have to do this, no way to go, he has told. Otherwise, sometimes what happens, no, we have to cross a river in order to reach the other side of the shore and to a forest and to the village. So you have to go, what will you do? Same, bike only. The bike is sliding up. Here you have to cross the river. Rill pools will be there. Crocodiles will be there. Shark, what to say, the fish will be there. Fishes, the different varieties of fishes will be there. Sharp snouts, fishes will be there. What will you do? That beads, no, that green beads, that slippery beads will be there. What will you do? It's a kind of adventurous with a kind of mixed with thrilling experience. You have to reach the other side of the village. Same, fear. What happens if I slip in the village? Or like that, same. What happens if I slip? I'm an expert, no? My prestige will go off. That kind of a same fear will be there. Unstable thinking will be there, whether I have to accept it or not. Same way, like whether I need to cross the river or not. This I'm giving it a simple, different example so that you won't think, oh, only this challenges will come in my life. Other challenges are there. You'll be thinking, no. So for that, I'm giving different example. You're going for a trekking. You have to climb up the mountain in order to reach the other side. What will you do? You have to take up. You have already halfway through. You need to take up. Otherwise, days, nights will pass by. You have to stay in the mountain only. Like that. Next, for here, check for the working condition of the bike. Okay. And check for the brake. Check for the fuel also. Check for your driving suits. These are all the do's. Okay. Driving suits, you need to check. No, if anything happens, helmet, you need to wear paka. You need to wear everything. Driving suits, the toughest of the suits. It should not be like very delicate. That you'll be knowing it. And what are the don'ts? Don't get terrified. Yes, the word terror, like in the dog only, same. Don't get terrified. Don't attempt if you're not mentally prepared to accept the challenge. And don't attempt if you're physically ill or weak to accept the challenge. Because you're an expert, no need to learn something new for you. But then if you're physically weak, kindly don't accept the challenge. So, so the same thing, you can just I think this is a very very rarely it comes, so that you can just work out. If you really want to work out, you can just work out of your own at home. You can, because too much imagination and exercise will make you tiresome. So I'm just giving you only 2 scenarios with 2 practical sessions and giving you hint for this. Okay, same reaction only. Fear will be there. Then you have to make the letters, as I have told you, faded, and you have to make the fearless darker, correct, from lighter to darker. And what all the important thing you need to constrain, minimizes, you need to minimize the slope size. The slope, no, the sliding, the slope size, you need to constrain it. You need to make it as a plateau or a land. You need to imagine, oh, I'm just riding, and I have to cross the land. The same plane. Will you do it at home? Please work out on it. Provided if you really need it, you can just work out on it, or you can just work out on the different scenario. So can we just move on to the different scenarios? Another, I think so, another one more is there. One more. If anyone wants this scenario, we can just do it. It's going to be the same, and you will get a tiresome effect. So for that, I told. We'll just move on to the different scenario. Any doubts in this? Kindly ask. You can take one more hint I'll give you. You can take the bike model, the sports model, on the favorite color also. You can just imagine with the favorite color bike model. You can imagine you're mentally and physically strong, fit enough, and you're just minimize the distance. As I've told you, make it as a plane. Don't make it as a hill or a slope. The driving land should be like a plane to plane. And one more, sir. One more slide, sir. Yes. Wow, this is the you're running out of time on an exam paper. Yes, you're running out of time. You're writing an exam, and you're cracking on a problem, and you're running out of time on an exam paper. 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever it may be. So what will you be doing then? So next slide. We'll just check out with the do's and don'ts, and again I'll be giving you a hint. Yes. So next slide, sir. Yes, what are the do's? The do's are finish it up with as much as you can, because you're running out of time. Already you're running out of time. So what you need to do? You cannot work out on a new problem. You have just 5 minutes left. You're just 10 minutes left out. Okay, we can say 5 minutes left out, and you have to crack on a 10 minutes problem or 10 minutes writing essay. Like, you can't start up. If you have already started up and halfway through, just work out with the main points. If you have any diagrams, or if it is a paper-based exam, if you have any diagrams, just work out with the main points, diagram, label it, address it, and what is this, what is this, what is that. For example, what is R, what is V, what is I, just label it. What are the parts? Just label it. Otherwise, do check the answers, what you have finished, previous answers once or twice, what you have finished, and work it out neatly. Just write it out with a legible, because for the sake of writing, do not write it. Oh, I have to finish up this answer, so I have to write it with a shabby writing. Do not do it. If it is an online examinations, mark the answers correctly and legibly. Option A, option B will be given, no? So mark it neatly. So these points, these slides will clearly tell you, try to finish, do check the answer till you are finished. Got it? Check the answers, what you have finished. Do not attempt with the new. Try to finish the answer provided you have started, and provided you are halfway through in finishing it. As I have explained you already, try to finish the answer, what you have already started. Yes. And while writing, write it neatly. Write it neatly. You need to write it neatly, because handwriting also values, no? So do check the answer. This you can also tell your children. This you can also tell your neighbors. This you can tell your friends. For adults and teenagers, young kids who are writing examinations, school, college, do check the answers twice what you have already written. Is the same thing what I have told you, which includes errors, spell check, spacing, and clarity in writing. And do tie the papers in order to place it neatly. If it is a paper-based exam, do tie the papers in order. One mark, you would have marked it, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If there are 10 papers, tie it neatly in the order. If it is online, do mark the answers correctly according to the options given. And don't hurry up. Don't keep on looking at time, because what will happen, no? If you keep on looking at time, you will feel like you're just gone. That's it. Oh, 10 minutes, 5 minutes to go. Then every 30 seconds or every 1 minute, if you keep on looking at the time, your focus, you will lose it, because as per the experts in psychology, what we have already learned, this will take a lots of tremendous energy to tensed situation, one writing up the exam and one times running up. So these two tense situations, it will take you and it will break down lots of energy, tremendous energy, and you will lose your memory and you will not be able to focus on the previous answer. Okay, don't hurry up, don't keep on looking at time, and don't write fast with shabby writing. So this practical, what I am telling you is, for this practical is, you need to close your eyes at home. Okay, do it at home. You can instruct your child also, guide your children also. Make them sit comfortably, relaxed position. Make them do the breathing exercise. Breathe in, breathe out for 3 to 5 times. And during the next breath in, try to imagine or try to make them imagine the answers. Imagine the answers. If they are running out of time, imagine the answers. And ask them to take a moment to recollect the points, only the points, not the essay time. If it is only 5 minutes, if they have already started, try to recollect the points and try to condense the time even more. Condense the time in the sense 5 minutes, only 3 minutes. You must be wondering, 5 minutes, make it to 10 minutes. No. That is not apt for psychology. If it is 10 minutes, again, there'll be lots of relaxation. Okay, 5 minutes condensed to 3 minutes. If it is 3 minutes, condense little bit, condense it. So that they will feel that, oh, 5 minutes is better than 3 minutes. So make them work out about this for 5 minutes. Let them take time to work out this imagination, the numbers, 5 minutes to 3 minutes, what and all they'll be doing it. And 3 minutes ke liye, what and all they'll be doing it. And then afterwards, let them come out with a kind of a relaxation, ask them to open the eyes, and then give them a pat. So one more slide, sir, the last one, if it is there. Okay, thank you. And the images are taken from the net. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to the webinar. And sir, Ravindran sir, you can just continue with it. With that, I'm just finishing up the webinar session for today.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. It was very insightful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Participants, if you have any queries, clarification, observation, comments, feel free to unmute yourself and share, or you can use chat box to share your comments. Also, you can raise your hand.
Geeta.
Hello.
Can you listen to me? Can you
Yes, sir, very much.
I am really awestruck by the way you have handled this session. Wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
I never thought that you can handle so nicely, because I am 77 years young man.
Wow.
But I love this session, the way you have handled, the way you explained, and great. Hats off to you.
Thank you, sir. I'm really honored by your words, sir. Thank you so much.
Wonderful session and quite a clarity of expression. And also your hand movements, facial expression, everything is wow.
Thank you so much, sir.
Except the hat which is there on the head, which is there hanging there. Not here, in your room.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Sometimes getting, because I'm not having much of hair on my head, I thought I can pick up the hat.
Okay, sir.
Right away. Thank you, Dr. Ravindra, for arranging this particular madam, whether Sangeeta Vasudevan, for the talk. That's up to you for the program. Because first time attending the program, great program. Thanks to Mary, who has introduced me to this particular program. Mary Florence Freda. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughts and comments. Anyone else would like to share? Feel free to share. If there are no further comments, then we'll move on to next proceeding. So today we are marking one more day, commemorating Holistic Therapy Day. So what is holistic therapy? It is the treatment of body, mind, spirit, and associated emotions, feelings. And basically, it refers simply to the treatment of whole person rather than individual symptoms. Also, it is widely known as complementary and alternative medicine in medical terminology. So holistic practices assist in regaining the physical and energy balances of the body. So what can holistic therapy help with? Holistic therapies have been effectively used for ages and centuries and can play an important role in maintaining good health and overall well-being rather than addressing individual symptoms. A holistic therapist will look for the underlying cause by considering physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual states of health and well-being. And this word holistic came from the Greek word holos, which means whole. We cannot live a happy and meaningful life if we are disconnected and fragmented. This is why it is so important to look at all the elements of health simultaneously. Holistic therapies can provide support with physical health with respect to various illness, ailments, aches, pains, tension, fatigue, and various other disorders and diseases, and emotional health such as emotions, feelings, thoughts, anger, sadness, worry, and so on. And when it's coming to mental health, the belief systems, depression, anxiety, stress, etc. And coming to spiritual health, here also belief systems and feeling empty, lost, incomplete, disconnected, and fragmented, finding purpose of life, and so on. So, what are different types of holistic therapy treatments? And the list goes on and on and on. So, we cannot limit the list. The list is a very vast list. That vast that we can list the other treatments like modern medicine, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. You can just list them in 1 or 2 minutes, but this holistic therapy goes on, the list goes on and on. Because what all are not included in the mainstream are included in the holistic therapy treatment. One such treatment or one such approach which we can see is in Ayurveda. That is the first known medicine or the practice that is ever available to the humankind. So when we talk about holistic therapy, we can proudly say that it has its roots in Ayurveda or Vedas, because Ayurveda is part of Vedas. And holistic therapists in modern world are using different concepts derived from that in a different approach, providing holistic therapies. So in the modern world, we can call it as reflexology, massage therapy, acupuncture, aromatherapy, whatnot. Lot of therapies which have evolved on these concepts, basically addressing physical, mental, social, economical, emotional, spiritual, and various cultural and various aspects of the issues and developments that is focusing or that is causing the issue to persist. In a holistic therapy, a lot of focus is placed on the individual taking responsibility for their own well-being. In that respect, holistic therapists tend to concentrate on educating clients about lifestyle changes and self-care practices that they may undertake to promote balance and wellness. So how does this holistic therapy complement other treatments? As we have already seen or discussed, that holistic therapies rather than a therapy, because it's a combination of vast number of therapies. Here we can see that it is important to remember that holistic therapy doesn't negate or disregard Eastern medicine or Western medicine. Holistic therapy can work alongside conventional medicine in a complementary manner. That's why these all are called and widely accepted and addressed by the medical fraternity or the scientific fraternity as a complementary and alternative medicine. So for this reason, the term holistic therapy is also often used interchangeably with complementary therapy. For instance, while medication may be part of the person's treatment, a holistic approach may include other treatments such as acupuncture or reflexology to address unresolved issues and triggers, relaxation techniques, massage, yoga, and many more. And it can also be a combination of both holistic therapies and also conventional treatments. So increasingly, we are discovering that health is truly holistic. We are healthy and happy when our physical body, mind, emotions, and soul are in alignment. So you may visit a holistic therapist as a complement to seeking traditional Western medical advice. So holistic therapy is a completely natural, non-invasive treatment suitable for all ages. Depending on which holistic treatment you choose, therapy can help you relax, elevate stress, as well as ease a wide range of physical or emotional symptoms. So how does this holistic therapy, for that matter therapies, restore balance? Holistic therapy is being used increasingly by individuals wanting to find out more balance and harmony within themselves. A therapist can help to restore the body's natural balance, leading to more sustained and rewarding quality of life. Holistic therapies have gained popularity, especially among those looking to manage chronic stress. Studies show that taking time out for holistic therapy treatment can help individuals to manage stress, aiding relaxation and improving longevity. Holistic therapy is effective in addressing countless other physical and psychological concerns, from muscle aches, pains, to hormonal imbalance, to improved sleep and mental clarity, as well as being deeply relaxing and providing relief from the everyday stresses. Holistic therapy treatments can also be used for treating individuals who enjoy pampering themselves. So, now with this short introduction, ask yourself, identify which type of holistic therapy would suit you or your needs best right now and at any point of time. Now, after that, you can go and find out and vouch for respective holistic therapy. And it all depends on the skills and experience of the therapist to understand, and also on part of the clients to understand if they could be a good fit for them. So you can also consult the therapist so that they can advise you accordingly. And when we look at it in a holistic perspective, holistic medicine is a form of healing that considers the whole person, body, mind, spirit, emotions in the quest for optimal health and wellness. So, according to the holistic medicine philosophy, one can achieve optimal health. The primary goal of holistic medicine practice by gaining proper balance in life. So, holistic medicine practitioners believe that the whole person is made up of interdependent parts, and if one part is not working properly, all other parts will be affected. In this way, if people have imbalances, physical, emotional, social, spiritual, in their lives, it can negatively affect their overall health. A holistic therapist or a doctor may use all forms of health care, from conventional medication to alternative therapies, to treat a patient. For example, when a person is suffering from migraine headaches, pays a visit to a holistic therapist or a doctor instead of walking out solely with medications, the doctor will likely take a look at all the potential factors that may be causing the person's headaches, such as other health problems, diet and sleep habits, stress, and personal problems, and preferred spiritual practices. The treatment plan may involve drugs to relieve symptoms, but also lifestyle modifications to help prevent the headaches from recurring. So, holistic medicine is also based on the belief that unconditional love and support is the most powerful healer, and a person is ultimately responsible for their own health and well-being. Other principles of holistic medicine includes all people have innate healing powers, and the patient is a person and not a disease. Healing takes a team approach involving the patient and the doctor, and addresses all aspects of person's life using a variety of healthcare practices. Treatment involves fixing the cause of the condition, not just alleviating the symptoms. So the type of treatments, as we already discussed, uh, can be a variety of treatment techniques to help their patients take responsibility for their own well-being and achieve optimal health. Depending on the practitioner's training, these may include patient education on lifestyle changes and self-care to promote wellness. This may include diet, nutrition, exercise, psychotherapy, relationship, spiritual counseling, and many more. And complementary and alternative therapies such as acupuncture, chiropractic care, homeopathy, massage therapy, naturotherapy, and other treatments or therapies can be also used along with the Western medications and surgical procedures. So understanding of all these are necessary and require training that makes holistic therapists stay ahead with the emerging trends in the science. Holistic medicine and holistic providers may include medical doctors who has additional training in holistic approach and therapies, and doctors of osteopathy, naturopathy doctors, chiropractors, homeopathic doctors, Ayurvedic doctors, and so on. And especially when you are looking for a professional guidance, you may look to respective nations association. Like you can visit American Holistic Medical Association website if you are looking for holistic practitioners or therapists in USA. Similarly, you can find respective association website, national website, where you can find the holistic practitioners. You can also find these practitioners in your locality by community lookup. And when you are choosing a holistic provider, what are the things that you need to keep in mind? Don't just go to anyone. As with all professionals, these are those who are good at their jobs and those who are not as good. Before choosing a holistic medicine doctor, get a recommendation from someone you trust or contact a credible health organization and ask for a recommendation. And do your homework. When selecting a holistic doctor, find out as much as about that person's training experience, specialty, training, and association with professional organizations and hospital affiliations. Are they board certified in holistic medicine by a credible medical board? Also, consider the doctor's treatment philosophy. Is it similar to your own views? And how do you feel? Consider how comfortable you are with the provider. Do they make feel you at ease? Is the provider respectful of your concerns and beliefs? Remember, holistic medicine takes a team approach involving you and the provider. So make sure you feel comfortable and respected and that they are someone with whom you would like to work. Appointment time, choose a provider who will spend enough time with you so that they can gain a full understanding of your needs. Are the right questions being asked? In order to understand you as a whole person, not just a disease or a disorder, be prepared to answer lots of questions, including questions about your diet, exercise, sleep habits, how do you feel emotionally, your religious beliefs and practices, close relationships, and many more. Treatment options. When determining a treatment approach, does the wellness plan go beyond pills? Make sure the practitioner examines all lifestyle factors along with medical factors that could be contributing to your illness. So with this short information about this holistic medicine. We'll conclude it here. If you have any queries, you can unmute and ask. Otherwise, we can conclude here.
Thank you, Dr. Ravindra, for the broad brush treatment of holistic medicine. I came to know a lot from your talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dinkar Rao garu. Actually, this is not a new approach. Basically, it's a very ancient approach, but in the process of becoming more specialized, and more specializations are evolving over the time. We have super specialties and super specialties. We are very much concentrating on one aspect, and we are ignoring the holistic approach. You know, that is again affecting the client's concerns. When we are coming, yeah.
Most of the corporate hospitals I have seen,
Mhm.
they are mainly interested whether you are having insurance or not, then how to take maximum from it. Recently, one of my friend's sister, 72 years, she went for a stent. I don't want to name the hospital. They charged 4,70,000.
Oh my goodness, the actual
Abdul
stent cost
Kalam
is very
stent
less.
was hardly 60,000 or 40,000.
Yeah.
4 lakhs because they know they are having some insurance. I couldn't believe it. But when the question of health is there, people become panicky. Therefore, I am with you, doctor, because actually my wife is good in homeopathy. And I got treated for my low back pain by the acupuncturist. Therefore, we believe in that. Very rarely I go to hospital because mostly my wife gives her whatever little knowledge she is having. But how many people are having that confidence? As you said to Dr. Ravindra, how many holistic practitioners are there in Hyderabad? How many reputed, reliable people are there? Can somebody give a list and circulate all the people? That is what, for example, I do not know. First time when I saw your validator type thing, how many, first time I am seeing you are a holistic medicine practitioner. I went to acupuncture, it is only acupuncture. Homeopathy is only homeopathy. Of course, because spirituality is added, but how many people are there who can do this thing? When somebody submits give the list and circulate all the persons, I mean, repeated, reliable, as you said correctly, well qualified, well recognized people. How to get the information? Only I think people like you have to circulate, inform everybody. You give to one person, you spread to 10%. Emergencies like breaking, I mean, accidents and etc. Setting the bone, things like that. Maybe when you go to Western doctors, I mean, allopathy doctors. Otherwise, we love to go to homeopathy, acupuncture, acupressure, Ayurveda. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. As you
circulate.
Yeah. As rightly pointed out, actually, what is happening is these all are part of Ayurveda, basically. So whenever there is such I mean concern or such query, we always suggest them to go first to Ayurveda, then naturopathy, yoga, or Unani. Unani, because most of these medicines are animal products, so some are not. Those who are vegetarians, so they do not consume this meat and other things. So certain preferences also based on their cultural practices, religious practices. We suggest them to visit these doctors, Ayurvedic doctors, like with the present government initiatives. We have Ayush, and as part of Ayush system, which is widely promoted across India, thank God to the and thanks to the present government, which has recognized. I mean, the previous governments were very much discriminative towards our own ancient practices, but thanks to the present government, which has made official, made our Indian indigenous medicine also part of the mainstream medicine. Now Under Ayush, even all the facilities are available. Every hospital or every clinic is also having Ayurvedic doctor as well as homeopathy doctor. And we have a lot of yoga centers. Yeah, I mean, they are widely available in public, and we can also share you as per your requirements. If you have any specific query, you can always reach us, and we'll be happy to share you the resources. And when coming to this acupuncture or acupressure, these, as I already mentioned, there are a lot of therapies there, but the problem here is they are not recognized by Indian government because there was no such provision also. But these all were practiced under a different alternative medicine, and these are mostly promoted by Christian missionary organizations. I mean, health those practices are not recognized by government India, but they have established similar societies, and they are certifying. They do not have legal sanctity, but as an organizations, few, because other Hindus like or for that matter, this is secular medicine as such, but I am talking about the administrative aspects or the boards as far as the boards are concerned. Traditionally, we had these Veda Pathshalas or Ayurveda, I mean this, uh, what are these called, Aushadhalayas and all these. So initially they were certifying that, and it's not kind of an official certificate, but they were certifying that. But recently, not recently, since long back, there is a tussle between the modern medicine and also complementary medicine. And they many times they have approached courts also. They also approach courts, and these people also approach courts. And I mean, a lot of tussle is going on between them, and yeah, the main problem is with with the quacks. I mean, the untrained, unprofessional, unethical practitioners who claim themselves as therapists or practitioners without proper training, at least. So due to which the entire gamut of this blame game and also these legal suits are going on. That's why they are not officially recognized, but government is also recognizing, and doctors are also recognizing now the need for allied health professionals. You know, a lot of cases get escalated, and you know, doctors are also facing violence because they are more into getting more and more specialized, and they don't need time. And when we see the ratio of doctors and as well as the patient ratio in India, there is a large gap. And how much time a doctor can give us or give a client is a very less amount, and he has to deal with so many patients per day. And the burden and the occupational hazard, health hazard for the medical professionals is too much. And you know, there are, due to this, there is a vast scope for uh, negligence and also burnout. Due to this, it may cause lot of improper decisions also. Sometimes decisions, they may take wrong decisions also because of this stress and a lot of burnout. So we have to keep all these aspects in consideration, and they are also slowly recognizing. So recently, the Allied Health Professionals Bill, which has been passed, Act. So that is considering the even psychologists, counselors, social workers also part of this medical fraternity. So we need to have a multidisciplinary approach, a team approach, where you alone can do anything. Even we can be an highest qualified doctor or a professional, but without the technicians and without the assisting staff, we cannot do anything. Most of the things like now, actually, if you see the simply medical setup, if you can see who can be the receptionist, who can be the front office manager, or who can be the first front office executive, he or she should always be a counselor, a psychologist, a social worker.
Correct, correct.
But what is happening in the present situation, that they are the ones who doesn't understand any medical or the health, the perspective of these understanding of this, how they work. They are a normal graduates, or maybe they can be any minimal education. There is nothing wrong having them, but when something get escalated, or when some client or a customer or a patient has something to be getting clarified or to get clarified, there is no one for rescue. Often we see most of the violence that gets erupted, that comes out of when untoward incidents happens in the hospitals, are because lack of social workers, lack of counselors, lack of psychologists, because doctors are busy in their work, and receptionists are, they don't know much about what is happening, and there are no case managers, and only the legal people will come in, or the management people will come. Either they try to negotiate, or they try to threaten you, or they try to compromise you. Entire approach is different, which should not be, unfortunately. The approach should, that's why these additional staff, or the paramedics, or the allied health professionals plays a very important role. Even we also in our platform and even other platforms, we are saying that we are not properly utilizing our human resources, and we ourselves are putting ourselves into this risk and also occupational health hazard without considering the human resources who can be effectively utilized in the mainstream medical and health infrastructure. And as we can include, we have very less number of medical professionals across India, and the amount of institutions and the amount of seats available are also very limited. We need to increase the total number of institutions. At the same time, we need to increase the number of seats in every institution, and we have to ensure, because now we can see people are increasing, but not increasing in terms of the education that is imparted. Many aspirants are going abroad to China or various other countries. And in India, to pursue a medicine, it will cost not less than 1 crore.
Yes,
Yeah, and if you go to China and other Ukraine, recently Ukraine, we have seen many medical professionals. They can complete with less, as much as less as, if you get scholarship, you can complete in 10 lakhs. Where is 1 crore and where is 10 lakhs? So that is why many people are going abroad and pursuing medicine and coming back to India and practicing here. And the same can be because there is a great demand also, even in India and abroad. So we need to think that we need to fill the gap, because even United Nations and World Health Organizations have also pointed out there is a huge gap. Now, as government is also working on it, but still, we have this, we need to increase the budget. The main thing is, first we need to increase the budget so that more and more professors are recruited, more and more medical professionals are recruited in the mainstream, and so that the infrastructure improves, and then automatically other things will fall into place. And when professors are there, when professionals are there, and infrastructure is there, automatically seats can be increased, and medical training and education can be diversified. So all these things are going on, but our process is very slow, and lot of vested interest by our politicians, and
Red tapeism.
so many factors are there. But Yes, definitely. We all need to work towards it and hope. We are very optimistic and hope things are changing. At least from past 1 decade, we see a rapid changes are coming. So maybe if the changes continue in a better prospective way, then we can have more productive and we will have strengthen our health infrastructure also.
Yes, I do agree, sir. Fully agree.
There are other institutions like based especially in Calcutta, especially in Kerala, Chennai. Few age-old institutions are offering complementary therapies, but they are not recognized. They are often, I mean, most of them, they are called as RMPs, registered medical practitioners. They are registered with their respective organization. But most of the rural areas, they are only serving. But even those RMPs are also not completely trained. But in one of the initiative taken by government is that they have identified and they launched a program also. I'm not.
Yes, they have launched.
Yeah, they are training. Yes, they are training all the ANMs, nurse, these dais we call na mantrasanis. So they are identifying them and they are training them. They are also making part of that because they have done wonderful service, though they are not trained. They, because of their experience, they acquired a lot of skills and they are readily available in the community for the services. So some part of advocacy really worked out and it is being identified and they are being identified, recognized and trained and also serving back in society. So maybe more such initiatives have to come. Maybe we need to create more awareness among ourselves and also create awareness in the public, maybe through which we can bring in more initiatives or at least support that initiatives which are pending so that we can have a better prospectus for everyone. That is one aspect and yeah, so we'll try, that's why we are running this series of events or online and offline to promote sustainable development, holistic health and well-being. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you everyone for your valuable time and patience listening to both the sessions. And today we are also celebrating Kargil Divas Day and we are expressing our gratitude and paying our homage to all the martyrs who have sacrificed their lives for our nation, for our well-being. So we take this opportunity to express our gratitude and also pay homage to all the soldiers who have sacrificed life for our nation. And finally, I thank Mrs. Sangeeta Vasudevan for joining us for a wonderful session and also all the participants for joining us on this wonderful day. Hope you have a lot of takeaways from this session and see you all tomorrow at the same time with a different topic. And kindly fill up the feedback form. The link is being shared in the chat box. It is mandatory for the certificates and certificates will be available on the website within 15 working days. You can download your certificates. So I'm sharing, just give me a minute.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
Thank you, ma'am. We have shared the feedback form link in the chat box. Everyone is requested to fill the feedback form. So if there are any new members, there is one query. So where to download certificate, as we are regularly showing. Okay, let me quickly show you also. You can visit our website. Let me demonstrate you. It will take 1 minute and we will. sricasw.org. This is our website, a centralized website where you can reach all our programs. Here, once you visit this website, just below the logos, you will find this in the middle, International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being and Sustainable Development. Here you can also see daily webinars and conferences. You just click on this link and you will be taken to another dedicated website. Otherwise, you can type this. This is a bit lengthy. So that's why this is very easy. So here you can see on the left side, you can see there is in the navigation menu, you have weekdays, Sundays, special days. So before going to that, there is a calendar here. You can just click on it and subscribe to calendar, where automatically you will be notified and alerts will be given to you. This is very easy and a very simple way. You can just click on this and whichever calendar you are using, Google, iOS, Android, it will be added to that. You need to sign in if you are using Android or Google or Gmail calendar. Once you sign in, you can add this calendar and you will get all the updates. All this information will be available. You need not check for which is the joining link or which is the website where I have to download. No all hassles there. You can directly add this. So we request everyone to share this and also add this calendar to you. So you will be getting all the details. The website address is also directly provided in this. When it gets added to there, it also sends you alerts and reminders. Here in weekday schedule, you can see all weekdays. Sundays, there is a separate section. In all weekdays, here you can see dates. You need to select respective date on which you have attended webinar. All the events are listed. So today is 26th. See, this is today's flyer. Just below the flyer, here you can see link to download e-certificates will be shared within 15 working days after the webinar. So here you will find a link to download. I will show some previous webinar link. Say some 20th will take. See, like this, you will find a Google Drive link. You can click on that and download. And if you are attending Sundays also, you can just click on and select whichever you are attending. Say recent 17th, 24th is there, but certificates are not yet generated for that. See, like this, it will take 15 working days. So it is still, we have some time. So in a similar way, you can download all the certificates. Don't worry if you forget to download also. All certificates are there here, flyer along with. This will also serve as public for the purpose of verification. That's why we are keeping everything on website transparent. So that's how you can download your website. Only you need to remember this website. That also you once visit and bookmark it, or otherwise you add our calendar to your calendar app, and that will serve everything. So hope it's clear and you can download it there. So thank you all once again for joining us. And thank you, Sangeeta ma'am, for joining us, and we wish you all the success on behalf of
Thank you
Sri
so much.
Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute, Center for Art Sciences and
Thank
Wellbeing.
you so much, sir.
Thank you. And we look forward for more sessions in future also.
Oh, sure.
So thank you all our dear friends. Before you leave the webinar, quickly fill up the feedback form and join us tomorrow at the same time with a different topic. Thank you, ma'am. We'll be sharing a speaker certificate. We'll be sharing individually as we are not uploading on website. We'll be
Oh,
sharing
okay.
you on your WhatsApp.
Okay.
Because speakers generally 1-2 certificates, na? That is
Okay.
easy. Speakers are many.
Okay.
I mean, participants are many, so it's difficult. So we are putting up there.
Okay, sir. So I can leave the.
Yeah, ma'am. We are waiting for participants to fill the feedback
Okay,
form.
okay,
As
sir.
and when
Thank
they
you.
completed, we'll leave. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you to all the participants also. Thank you. I'm just leaving. Bye bye.
Dear participants, quickly fill up the feedback form. Dear friends, quickly fill up the feedback form. See you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.